Hey magical friends! Today we're going to be building a Giza greenhouse, and if you've never heard of it, that's probably because I made it up. So I had this download come into my brain a couple of weeks ago while I was working at Antique Roadshow. She got a lot of these purses she sells in this big bag for hibiscus linen. So I was like, don't throw those away, I'm going to make something out of them. And I'm going to make a greenhouse out of them. But it's not any greenhouse. It's like a little portable one. And I named it the Giza greenhouse because I'm incorporating the electroculture into it. So it's going to be shaped like a pyramid, wrapped with copper coil, with a crystal on top. I'm going to put that on top of our little babies, and you're going to be able to lift it up and move it around. And then at the four corners of it, you'll be able to just ground it with the copper wire into the ground. So I haven't built it yet, so I'm going to bring you guys with me while I build it, and we're going to see how it all turns out. Okay, so here's all the tools that I need. I need my skill saw, I need my drill, I need my ruler, and then I found this piece of wood that I'm scrapping, just something that I saved, my favorite black marker, and my copper coil. And I have my crystal and my fanny pack. So I wanted to do it 33 inches, but I don't have enough wood for that. So I scaled it down to 22. Okay, so what I need is 8 pieces of wood at 22 inches. Like I said, I wanted to do 33 just because the number is magical, but I don't have enough wood for that, so I'm just scaling it down to 22. So I'm just gonna measure all the way down at 22 inches, and I should be able to get 4 pieces all the way down, and then I'll cut those in half, and that'll give me 8. Alright, cool. We got our 8 pieces of wood at 22 inches each. And now we're going to start putting it all together. Okay, so they weren't the cleanest cuts in the world. There's Eli and Sweet Pea hanging out. But I took more of the chunkier pieces and just put them together. This will be the base of it. So I just got some regular Phillips screws, and I'm going to screw this together. Okay. I like building stuff. When I was like 11, 12, my dad built his own house. My dad and my stepmom, Sheila. And I got to be a part of it. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot with them as they built their house. It took about 5 years for them to complete it. And they used to do like little house building parties where he'd invite his friends out for the weekend. and everybody would get together. Yeah, buddy. Everybody would get together and work on the house. So from the foundation, the pier and beam, all the way up, I got to be a part of all that and watch the progress of it. It was really cool. And I learned a lot of things and I helped a lot. And then at night, they'd all kind of sit around and pull out their guitars and play music and drink beer and have really cool conversations. Like a lot of out of the box thinking, you know? So I grew up with that and it was really shaped me to be who I am today. And it's pretty cool. Anyway, so here's the base of it. And the sides, it's going to be a little bit more complex because I have to get this in here and screw that down. And then right here, I got to get these guys to connect. So I'm going to have to shave off a little bit, like at a 45-degree angle, to get them to come together cleanly. Okay, so what I did here was I just, I cut it like that. And see how that sits on there really good now? I can just drive a screw right down in there. So what I'm gonna do is take my marker, and with this cut, I'm going to duplicate it on all of them. See? And we're just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that to all 4 real quick. Okay, so now that I made that cut, it sits down good here, and it sits down good here. And then when I bring it up, I just lay it on top of it, like that. Now, the second part to this is I'm gonna have to make more 45-degree angle cuts. But I'm going to screw these in real quick, just like that. And then we'll make the other cuts. But I need to go inside and get a longer screw so I can get all the way through there. Okay, I'm back. I like building stuff so much that I have like tool spots everywhere in the house. I have like a toolbox in my bedroom, a drawer of tools in my bedroom, then I have a drawer downstairs, then I have several drawers in the kitchen, then I have a tool bag in the breezeway, and then I have an entire garage full of tools. And so I had to dig around for my bits and stuff. I had to find a different bit because my long screws are the little star bit, which is it's my favorite kind of bit because I like stars. That. Okay, anyways, this is the Phillips. So I'm going to try to do this without any assistance. Let's see, how can I do this? I'm just going to drive it straight down. Look. So far, it's coming along just fine. Just got to get those other 2 sides on there. Sweet. It's good. I like it.
And then,
Alright guys, check that out. We've got the framework of the Giza pyramid. The Giza greenhouse. Okay, so that was a good lunch. I had scrambled egg and cheese sandwiches from the eggs from the farm for my chickens, and it was super good. Okay, so I got like 70 inches of copper to wrap around 22 inches here. Then I have to keep in mind that I still have to wrap a crystal and then have a little bit extra to be able to dig into the ground to ground the entire structure. Alright guys, look, check it out. It's got the 4 up here for the crystal, And then I've got it wrapped all the way around the sides. And then on each one, I have a piece to ground it. Okay, so I've flipped the pyramid upside down and I just put it like this because I'm going to put the plastic on the inside. I don't want to put the plastic on the outside. You want your copper to be exposed to the environment. And if I'm correct, I should be able to just take the corner of this bag and cut it like here and put it down inside, spread it open, and have one pyramid shaped plastic. So let's see if my theory works. Check it out. And I give credit to those good eggs because that made my brain kick into gear. So I cut out the corner of the bottom of the large bag and I flipped it upside down and I just laid it inside of there. Now, if I put it directly at the point of the corner of the bag, it's a little too tight. So it only comes up to about right here. But the more that I press and fold it up and further I come down, it expands wider. So I'll be able to staple that from the inside. And I'll just cut off this extra edge here. And then we'll move around over to the crystal. Ooh, I'm so excited. Would you just look at it? Oh, would you look at it? Look at that. Oh, I love it. Look. So I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to get that crystal. Okay, so this is the actual size. And here's the crystal. It's got a nice point to it. I'm going to wrap this into my copper. I'm going to clean up the edges here and put it on some plants. So in order for it to stand up straight, I'm going to need to come at it from all sides. 2, 3. This may take a couple tries. The thing about this is that it's very, very flexible. Cool. Alrighty. So the crystal is connected to all the copper pieces. And then we have, the main thing is that we put this down into the ground. And like I said, I wanted to originally drill out a hole through the structure, have a copper rod going through and into the ground, and then wrapping, coiling the copper around it that way. That's the way that I would ideally make it. But like I said, I'm just using scraps around here. So soon, whenever I have a vehicle to drive, which I've been trying to work on that for a while, I finally got my license. Now I can't drive to Home Depot and get what I want, but in time. In the meantime, I'm here just working with what I got, and it's a really good feeling. Well, thank you for watching, and I will update a picture of this in the garden soon.